guys, it's Nurse J at Nursing the Truth. I hope everyone's having a great day today. Yes, this is Thursday, thank goodness, and I'm ready for this week to be over. So, Nurse J, as always, bringing you truth and justice and righteousness per God Thoth. So, I have my chakra candle behind me, the gods behind me, and my amethyst on, as per request by my son. So, son, my videos are dedicated to you. So, I talked about in my videos, the Word was God, and God was the Word. Who is this mysterious Word, Logos? The mind of God. Well, truth seekers, it is Theos, Thoth. Yes, I had to break it to you. So, let's get on with the part 2. You know, I was talking about the Hermeticism in Christianity and what Thoth had to do with it. He stuck his hands in the writings and taught people the truth. You see, the Renaissance is the rebirth. We were in the Dark Ages from about 500 to roughly 1500, 1,000 years of this archonic dark force. But guess what? Thoth shone his light, and it has been going ever since. So, children of the light, sons and daughters of the light, here's part 2. So, one of the doctors that has been following the Hermeticism, named Dr. Everard, mentioned some additional motifs between Thoth and Jesus. Because you see, Thoth has his staff and his scepter. Look at my icon on YouTube, and my beloved God has that in his hand. And it talks about this in Revelation 12 and 5, and similarly, in early catacombs, this Jesus had a wand in his hand, raising Lazarus. So was this mystery man really doing magic tricks? I say yes. Also, with regard to the serpent asp motif, although this motif has come to be frequently associated with the devil, the Jesus figure has serpentine connotations, he says, referring to the copper-healing serpent made by Moses in Numbers 21:9, and in John 3:14 declares, "And just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so must the Son of Man be lifted up." Moses, who is often viewed as a type of Jesus, links together the staff and the serpent motifs. His first miracle is turning his staff into a snake. And the parallel between Moses and Jesus is often underlined by both functioning as high priest or meditators. And regarding such as that role, Dr. Everard presents the chief Scandinavian god Thor as being derived from Thoth, and notes that Thor is represented as the firstborn of the supreme God, and is styled in the Edda, the eldest of sons. He was esteemed in Scandinavia as a middle divinity, a mediator between God and man, and this appears to derive from Hermes as a mercurial go-between, and hence also a mediator. Now, you know what's funny in the Old Testament, thinking about this serpent snake? You see, if God, Yahweh, Jehovah, had these little commandments, and the first one is, "There shall be no other gods before me. And you shall not make anything of a graven image of the sky and the earth and the waters and under beneath." But he's going to tell Moses, "Make this serpent, this brass serpent, and the children, when they look upon it, they shall be healed." So, truth seekers, are these the two gods, the two brothers, fighting, like I said, Enki and Enlil Jehovah, or this badass Canaanite god, fighting against Enki and the clan of his blood? Now, so we assume that Thoth is the son of Enki, Ptah, the supreme creator god. So he's fighting that archonic devil, per se, and says in the story, "Look upon this brazen serpent, and ye shall be healed." Hermes Trismegistus, Asclepius, Thoth, the healer, the god of medicine. Yes, it could have been him in those scriptures. Just a thought. So while Hermes is regarded as one of the earliest and most primitive gods of the Greeks, he enjoys so much subsequent prominence that he must be recognized as an archetype, devoted to mediating between the unifying the opposites. You see, this foreshadows his later role as master magician and alchemist, and he was regarded both in Egypt and Renaissance Europe. Thoth acted as an emissary between the contending armies of Horus and Seth, and eventually came to negotiate the peace treaty between the two gods. His role as a mediator between the opposites is thus made evident, perhaps prefiguring the role of the alchemical Mercury as the medium of the conjunction. There is so much allegory to this. Thoth goes on our behalf for the souls. Judgment, per se. There is reincarnation processes. So, this entity and or consciousness is leading us to the path of righteousness. See, Thoth can be the god. He can also be the Son of God. See, his hand is in everything. If you haven't noticed by now, he heals. He mediates. He's a peacemaker. He has a staff. He knows the universe. He knows your thoughts. He knows your words. Why? Because he gave you the word. He gave you the knowledge. So just meditate on that alone. And that will bring you to a higher consciousness. Meditate. Meditate on that. So Hermes Trismegistus as the divine Pymander, which is in the Nag Hammadi library. And when you read that beautiful, beautiful divine Pymander, it resonates with your soul. The divine Pymander of Hermes Trismegistus is a major source of Hermetic teachings and incorporates traditions, mysticism, philosophical views akin to Neoplatonism. Its style and contents bearing a striking similarity, yes, I said it, the text discovered at the Nag Hammadi, indicating that the Christian Gnostic tradition in Egypt evolved from or coalesced with an earlier Hermetic tradition. The extent to which the Hermetic writings preserve pre-Hellenic Egyptian teachings specifically associated with Thoth is difficult to determine. Nevertheless, Hermes Trismegistus offers some assurance of continuity in the divine Pymander. This day it is fit to dedicate the speech to Thoth, because it is an epitome of those general speeches which were spoken to him. Dr. Haller observes, tongue-tied, the original number of Hermetic writings must have been considerable. A good many of these were lost during the systematic destruction of non-Christian literature that took place between the 4th and 6th centuries. Church Father Clement of Alexandria says that the books of Hermes treat of Egyptian religion. Okay, let's listen to this one more time. Clement of Alexandria, Egypt, says that the books of Hermes treat of Egyptian religion. And Tertullian, Umbilicus, and Porphyry all seem to be acquainted with Hermetic literature. Now think about this. If the books of Hermes, which was a Greek god, and they're saying that the books of Hermes of the Greeks is the Egyptian religion, and the Christians, Orthodox, Catholic priests and bishops and archbishops and cardinals, dirty little birds, you are going to steal and put a twist on Hermeticism. That's why I'm bringing this truth out, because the true spirituality, the true Christianity, the true teachings are Gnostic Hermeticism from God Thoth. He knows the way, he is the truth, and he is the light. And no one can get to the Father except through him. Another problem in analysis is that Hermeticism was a secret tradition, as instructed in the divine Pymander. Avoid all conversation with the multitude of common people, for I would not have thee subject to envy, much less to be ridiculous unto the many. It behooveth to avoid the multitude and take heed of them, as not understanding the virtue and power of the things that are said. See, that's the same thing that they said that Jesus said to his disciples concerning the secret teachings not to be revealed to the common people, whom Jesus says refers to as dogs and swine. Do not give what is holy to dogs. Never throw your pearls before swine, that they may never trample them underfoot, then turn around and rip you open. Many are called, but few chosen. I wonder if that has something to do with these truth seekers, light bearers. Many are called, but few are chosen to reach the people, if they will have ears to hear and eyes to see. So, to you has been granted to know the mysteries of the kingdom of God, but for the rest it is in parables, in order that though looking they look in vain, and through hearing they may not comprehend, in Luke 8:10. Evidently, whatever these mysteries are, Jesus does not want them preached into the ends of the earth. Here, Jesus is speaking as a hermetic sage, teaching secrets to his inner circle of followers. So, is this Jesus could be written as Thoth in the Bible? Or is this a metaphor for Thoth? Okay, we know that there's not a historical personage. There's no record of it. Josephus talks about 19 Jesuses in his Antiquities of the Jews. So you decide which person or tier are you going to put Thoth into? Is he your God? Is he the Son of God? Is he reincarnated into a material man? You decide. Is he your spirit? Is he the mind of God? Is he your thoughts, your words, and your actions? So, there again, I'm going to leave it up to you. Thank you for my recent subscribers. I really appreciate you. If you have not liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm going to keep bringing truth at you on a daily basis, and with the help of God, Thoth, the immortal, the resurrected spirit, he will be with me, and I will take the words from him and his thoughts from him, and I will bring them to you, my truth seekers. Hotep and Ashe, and have a great day, and we'll be back with you shortly for another video on God Thoth. Goodbye. Have a great day.